This is everyone else, and this is you. You're not like everyone else. You were not born the same. You were not raised the same. Most of them don't even know what you're capable of. Or do they? By the end of this video, you'll find out. Here are 15 signs you're not like everybody else. Well, number 1, you can see a future others can't. All they see are linear paths, cookie-cutter solutions. For them, you either fall in line or you'll fail. But not for you. When you look toward your future, you see things that aren't there. You can connect imaginary dots and see how it'll all unfold before it does. Where you see the potential for something, others don't see anything. Reality to you is like a big puzzle where you're able to see the patterns others simply can't. So you start building. Number 2, you took the path less traveled. They told you what you were meant to do and who you were meant to be. They prepared you for it. They insisted on it. And you didn't listen. You realized that this is your life and you're getting one shot at living it the way you want to, so you went ahead and did as Bon Jovi said and did it your way. Sure, it was harder. Nothing was promised. You had to claw your way to where you are right now watching this video, but somehow you got here. You're not like everyone else, are you? Number 3, they laughed when you told them, now you're the one laughing. They giggled at your intentions, then they realized you were serious. They gave you their 2 cents of advice, saying you shouldn't waste your time. Some might even tell you that you don't have it, whatever it they might be referring to. Later, they indulged in your feeble attempts and took pleasure in seeing you stumble, fall, or fail. Then something else happened. You didn't stop. You got back at it. They laughed at you in public, then they laughed at you behind your back, yet you kept at it. They said you're embarrassing yourself even though you started getting some traction. They didn't know that the dirt they threw at you turned into soil that you grew from. Then things changed. Other people started noticing and saw value in what you do. Despite their hate, they're now one of your most loyal followers. Now they like to say they've known you since the beginning. Remember, people will not support you until it's cool to support you. You're different than they are. While they're the spectator, you're out there on the field doing something for yourself. Number 4, everyone else quit, but you put your head down and pushed through. You've been at it for a while. Eventually it got hard, really hard enough that you considered quitting over and over again. What separates you from everyone else is you didn't. Most people quit at 40% of their capacity. You went further. Your mind told you to stop because it was too hard. The voice in your head told you nobody would blame you if you stopped. You've gone further than expected, so it was okay if you called it quits. But you didn't. You fell back onto discipline. You trusted your own process, and it paid off. That single moment of success has paid off for all of the failures you've endured in life so far. Number 5. While everyone else just listens, you're able to absorb, learn, and apply. When you look at other successful people or businesses, you don't just see the outcome, you see the building blocks. You see how the dots are connected, the choices that have been made, the edge they managed to have. This is one of the biggest differences between you and everyone else. Their vision stops at the surface. They can only see the end result. This is where your greatness is so shocking to them. This is why they call you an overnight success or say you got lucky. For them, it's a binary outcome. You didn't used to be like this, and now you are. Normal people aren't able to see the transformational gradient. They're unable to identify the domino pieces that build up to great outcomes. But you? No, you're like a sponge. Everywhere you go, you find someone that inspires you, that does something that you know you can translate into your life. You are coachable. When people you respect are speaking, you really listen and you put it into practice. You are your number one asset and you're not scared to invest in yourself. You put your money where your mouth is. You are one of the 91% of ALUX app users who've already achieved their primary goal since getting the app or are super close to it. Even we were surprised when we surveyed our app users on the kind of transformational impact the app has had, and with the next update, everything will go next level. For those of you who don't know, the ALUX app is the only app specifically designed for entrepreneurs and high achievers. We're paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to the most effective coaches and experts in the world to help you elevate your life at a fraction of the cost. Go to alux.com/app right now, sign up for a year, and see why most of our users think this is the best investment they've ever made. Number 6. Nobody from where you're from has reached the height that you've reached. You are built different. Your reality isn't aligned with the expectations others had for you. You're the exception. You're the one who got out, the one who made it. Some are happy for you. Some blame you for changing as you leveled up. They now look at you strange. They say you changed, like you worked that hard to stay the same. The sad thing is, when you look back, you see them doing the same things they used to do back in the day. They're still wasting time, they're still unmotivated, they're still drinking beer on the corner with the same crowd you used to hang out with when you were young. Number 7. You don't complain about what you don't have. You are grateful for what you do have. Every morning, your reality takes you by surprise. Every time you open your eyes, you realize how blessed you are and how you go through a life with a feeling of immense gratitude for all that you've achieved. If this is it, life will not get any better than this right now. You still feel like you've won. You are beyond the point where you wish you could have been at when you started. Sure, you still have the drive and hunger to explore more. It would be a shame not to put everything you've learned into good use, especially as the world reveals more of itself to you as you continue to grow. But you don't take anything you have for granted, and that's why you're different. Number 8. You were raised at the bottom, so you're not scared of returning there. The great thing about you is you were able to survive at the bottom. The bottom is familiar to you. You weren't raised on a silk pillow and nothing was handed to you. If you lose it, it'll be by your own mistakes. But since you didn't get lucky getting there the first time, as painful as it would be, you would simply get back to the grind and build it all over again. This time, faster, since you're operating with experience. Most people are scared of ending up where you started.